We're here to take a look at the new Vinyl Cleaner Pro, the latest version of the ultrasonic record cleaning system from Autodesk System in Germany. We'll talk a little bit about the operation and then some of the differences between the Pro and the earlier models. So I've placed the record inside. I had already filled the machine with fluid right in the top. You also add this cleaning concentrate. And then the user interface is as simple as pushing the button. We see the machine filling up with cleaning solution. See the barrels will start to engage as soon as the system is filled up. You need to give the LP a little nudge to seat it in the drive wheels that are located in this area, just to be sure that it grabs the lead-in groove. So we see a mechanical cleaning, surface cleaning happening now, and also fluid management function that these counter-rotating barrels are fulfilling. Because there's an ultrasonic transducer down in here that's blasting millions of microscopic bubbles off the surface of the record. This is great at dislodging contaminants, but you need the fluid motion of the counter-rotating barrels in order to wick that agitation away from the surface of the record. So the barrels are also cleaning the surface of the record, while the ultrasonic is cleaning all the way to the bottom of the grooves. You probably also noticed a filter on this side that is filtering the fluid that's being recirculated. And now if we look close up, you can see the fluid is already draining out of the cleaning chamber. And we're about to enter a fan-assisted, there's a fan on either side, a fan-assisted evaporative drying cycle. Now the vinyl cleaner uses evaporation rather than suction to dry the record in order to leave the record inert at the end of the drying cycle. In other words, inevitably with suction, although it's quick, it will put a static charge on the record, and so you end up with a clean dust magnet. The records come out of the vinyl cleaner inert, and they stay clean as a result. So we were looking at a white unit in there. It's easier to see inside for purposes of the video. The standard color is this gray, which was the only color during the original production of the vinyl cleaners. And then in addition to white with a small upcharge, you can have black or what I call shaded dog red, which is also very popular. So in order to talk about the differences of the Pro unit compared to the earlier original version of the machine, it would be best to back up with a little history. When the original vinyl cleaner was envisioned, it was conceived as an all ultrasonic cleaning device. And in fact, at about the 6-month point, there was a functional ultrasonic machine that did a good job of cleaning, but what we determined, or what Rainer Glass, the designer in Germany, determined, was that in order to clean things like sticky fingerprints from the surface of the record, you needed to use more ultrasonic, if you were only using ultrasonic, than it was safe to use on what is relatively soft vinyl. So he spent the next 3.5 years working on techniques that would allow for a reduction of the amount of ultrasonic that would be used to clean the bottom of the grooves, while using other techniques to clean more difficult parts to clean with ultrasonic. So for instance, the microfiber barrels to clean the surface, addition of the surfactant in the cleaning solution in order to make the water, the distilled water, a better solvent, filtering the fluid. He also did things like adding screen filters to the fan so that during the drying cycle you're not blowing dust onto a wet LP surface. And so fast forward 5 years of production of the original unit to the new Pro model. Some of the differences are very, what you might consider minor things. A lot of little tweaks. I think there's a list of about 18 of them. Things that during 5 years of production of the original machine he had determined would be good to do, but they couldn't be done within the framework of the other of the other design. So they've been incorporated into the new machine, but the big difference is the addition or the use of premium parts, main parts like pumps and motors and things like that. In fact, the machine, the Pro machine, is about 20% more expensive to build because of the cost of the higher grade parts. But it should make the machine work better, work longer, and work more consistently. And so we're very happy that these changes have been implemented. The only functional difference is that in the Pro machine, there's the addition of a dry-only cycle. When we started the machine, I pushed the button and it beeped. If I were to have held the button, it would have continued to beep, and each beep would be an extension of the cleaning cycle for very contaminated disc, garage sale or whatever, up to 5 cleaning cycles. If I were to hold the button until it stops beeping, it would enter a 2-minute dry-only cycle, which is handy sometimes if you've removed a disc from the machine and you weren't paying attention and you smeared it against the wet barrel or something like that. Instead of having to rerun an entire cycle, you can just run a drying cycle for a couple of minutes. We're also showing here the adapter rings so that 45 RPM 7-inch discs and 10-inch discs can also be cleaned in the vinyl cleaner. So we'll move back inside and take a look at the finished product, lifting carefully so as not to smear it, as I mentioned. And we've got a perfectly clean, dry record. Now, we came back inside here in 6 minutes. Because the record's inert, there's no static charge on the record, we could have come back in 6 hours or tomorrow, and there would have been a clean, dry record waiting for us to put away, put another disc in the machine, push the button, and off we go. If you'd like to learn more about the Autodesk System Vinyl Cleaner, you can visit our website, ultrasystem.com, no S on the end of system, ultrasystem.com. There's also a lot of reviewer comment and other useful information, awards. During the 5 years of the original production, every major reviewer and every major magazine that focuses on analog products in the U.S. has talked about the vinyl cleaner a lot, and I can tell you that they're very happy to see an even improved version in the Pro model. Thank you.